I'm Dr. Connie. I'm your host of Mind Your Health podcast. I share my unique perspective both as a practitioner and a patient battling autoimmune condition for over 25 years because I had to figure things out on my own, and my education and my practical approach as a patient allows me to truly integrate it so that you can be whole and the burden of sick care is no longer your own burden to carry. And this is what we help you with in this podcast.
Hey everyone, this is Dr. Connie with Mind Your Health podcast. I hope you guys are all doing great. Here in Georgia, it is summer, full-blown summer. We're kind of heating up over 90 degrees and really enjoying our time here. And I just came back from our functional yoga medicine hot yoga class. And I just have to say that it was the most amazing way to start my day. And I always think about how no matter how seasoned you are, through my rehab process, post-surgery, sickness, it's the one thing that kept things together for me, and it's been such a powerful tool. And as I reflect back on my academic education as well as my clinical experience, I'm always about experimenting with different life strategies to make my health optimized from the inside out. And with that in mind, today I want to talk to you about why yoga as medicine. Because throughout my extensive journey in health and wellness field, armed with advanced degrees and wealth of theoretical knowledge, I discovered an unexpected truth. That it was through yoga that I found the most profound healing and growth. And while my academic background provided and introduced me to the deeper wisdom of living and being human and healing holistically, integrating my mind, body, and spirit in every breath and movement. And I have to be very honest with you, whenever people used to say mind and body and spirit, I felt like goosebumps on my skin because I thought that was such a cliche. And I didn't really know what that meant, honestly. And I felt like it really took me outside my knowledge and expertise of this whole different world of, let's call it woo-woo. But more and more, as I experienced different patients and their struggles, and then as I went through really some challenging times in my life, it was the one thread that keeps us human is that experience and our ability to build resilience and the confidence to pick up the pieces and evolve and grow from the experiences, and not taking difficult circumstances as a curse so much as it is a tool for growth. And I think that perspective shift changes everything for us. So yoga taught me to embrace the full spectrum of these various human experiences, the suffering, pain, chaos, and joy, and a lot of the mental and emotional faculties that come along with these. And these elements are inherent in the human condition. Everybody goes through some versions of this. And in facing them with humility, I learned to navigate life's tumultuous waters. And each pose in yoga really does represent a moment of meditation and it became a reflection of life's complexities. And everything was founded right there on my mat. And that's what's so fascinating about this experience and the practice. Because the mat was a mirror and the battlefield where I faced my deepest fears, sharpest pains, and the most chaotic thoughts. And this practice didn't shield me from life's hardships, but equipped me with the resilience to engage with them fully. And yoga taught me that growth often comes dressed in the garb of discomfort. And to address my discomfort and welcoming them as I shake in each pose, and that's when true healing happens, and it requires us to feel deeply and reflect thoroughly in each pose. And it was only by allowing myself to experience every emotion and ponder every thought that I can transcend them. And throughout my journey with yoga, each challenging pose mirrored the trials I faced in life. My divorce, being a single mom, the relentless challenge of an autoimmune condition, and the grueling ordeal of kidney failure recently. And I found a metaphor for my struggles in practicing yoga, particularly when exploring the more demanding asanas. And these poses, each one a battle against my body's limitations, taught me resilience in the face of physical and emotional pain. As I held each challenging posture, the shaking of my limbs and the strain in my breath were stark reminders of the turmoil I faced beyond the mat. And there were moments during these holds when giving up seemed inevitable, mirroring the despair I felt in my darkest days of health and heartache. Yet, with each session, I pushed through the discomfort and embraced the shaking. And I learned a profound lesson about the power of persistence. This physical resilience built on the mat became a wellspring of stretch I drew upon. And the lessons learned in the grip of a challenging pose, breathing through discomfort and maintaining focus amidst distraction, finding balance in stability, were the lessons I applied to navigate the chaos of, like I said, divorce and stand firm against the unpredictable attacks of my autoimmune disease and fight through the excruciating trials of kidney failure. And each time I returned to my mat, I was training my body and fortifying my spirit. And yoga taught me that growth and evolution are often born from hardship, and that true strength is forged in the fires of adversity. As I moved through each pose, I was reminded that no matter how hard life got, just as I could meet the challenge of a difficult asana, I could meet the challenges of life. Not merely to survive them, but to emerge stronger, more grounded, and profoundly transformed. I bring this transformative power of yoga, how it equips us to face life's deepest hardships with grace and strength, to each class I teach at Functional Yoga Medicine, as well as online and my teacher trainings, hoping to inspire others to find their own strength and resilience on and off the mat. The yoga mat became more than just a strip of fabric. It transformed into my sanctuary, a sacred place where each session was a deep dive into my self-exploration and personal growth, and I witness this every time I teach a class in each of my students. On this mat, I am confronted with my vulnerabilities and my fears, and I was able to celebrate my strengths, learning the intricate dance of pushing my limits while embracing acceptance. In the quiet moments of each pose, I found clarity and peace amidst the stretch and hold. In this confined space, I learned to breathe through discomfort, remain poised in the face of life's uncertainties, and stretched beyond the perceived limits of my capabilities. And this mat was a place for physical practice and a platform for profound spiritual and emotional healing. Each time I stepped onto the mat, I stepped into a world of understanding my body's whispers and screams, and my mind's chaos and calm, the duality that exists within me, and my spirit's despair and delight. And it was here that I pieced myself back together after each setback. I still do today, stitching the strength into my seams and resilience into my soul. The lessons learned on this mat, patience, persistence, and surrender, seeped into my everyday life, enabling me to navigate the trials of divorce, health crisis, business problems, interpersonal problems, relationship problems, beyond with grounded sense of self and a clear direction. My yoga mat, a simple rectangle in a quiet room, became the foundation for my evolution, the altar where I both lost and found myself time and time again. That connecting my breath allowed me to connect my body and mind, which were completely separated and unbalanced most of my life. Connecting my breath during yoga became a crucial bridge, reuniting my body and mind when they felt most disjointed and out of sync. And this connection through breath was more than a mere exercise. It was a transformative experience that allowed me to feel genuinely integrated and whole. Each inhalation and exhalation became a thread that stitched together my physical sensations with my mental state, weaving a tapestry of awareness that encompassed every aspect of my being. As I breathed deeply, I could feel the disparate parts of myself, once isolated by stress, illness, and emotional turmoil, began to merge. The breath acted as a calming agent, soothing the frayed edges of my mind and easing the tensions in my body. This mindful breathing practice was not just a practice on the mat, but spilled over into everyday life, helping me to maintain balance and composure in the face of life's greatest challenges. It taught me to be present, live in the moment, and observe my experiences without being overwhelmed. The breath, so simple yet so powerful, became my tool for self-regulation and healing, reminding me that despite the chaos around me, I could find peace within, and that is within my control. In its holistic embrace of well-being, yoga checks every conceivable box in my mind: cardiovascular health, physical strength, flexibility, stability, and resilience. And while profoundly enriching my emotional and mental faculties, each session on the mat is not just about moving through postures, it's about enhancing heart health through dynamic flows, as well as brain health through those dynamic postures. That somatic experience elevates my heart rate, strengthening muscles, reducing the traumatic experiences in my mind and emotions, and strengthens the bones through poses that demand both power and endurance, and increasing the flexibility and stability with stretches and balances that challenge my own limits. This comprehensive physical engagement is deeply intertwined with the emotional and mental resilience that yoga fosters. The disciplined focus required to maintain a pose or flow from one asana to another enhance my mental clarity and concentration. At the same time, yoga's reflective and meditative aspects soothe and strengthen my emotional landscape. And through yoga, I've learned to face challenges calmly and approach life's ups and downs with equanimity and grace. Realizing the gift of yoga has been nothing short of transformative. It has redefined the meaning of union for me, connecting body and mind and integrating my personal growth with universal well-being. This practice has shown me how deeply interconnected our wellness is with how we live and interact with our surroundings. Yoga is not just a personal journey. It's a holistic approach to life that I believe in that fosters true health, harmony, and peace, inner peace, placing the concept of union on a profound new level. This is where I want to invite you and tell you about our upcoming yoga teacher training. And I sincerely invite you to join me in exploring the transformative power of yoga, whether you're a patient, you're a seasoned yogi, or you're somebody who wants to transition out of your career into doing something you love. Not just as a practice, but as a journey of self-discovery and acceptance. We have lots of teachers that go through and become great teachers. There are a lot of teachers that go through and learn more about themselves. More importantly, I believe this is an exploration for you to really learn the life skill you can take with you for the rest of your life. Because we'll explore how yoga can help us to understand and accept our vulnerabilities and imperfections as intrinsic parts of our human experience. You will learn how to teach yoga and live it using the principles of humility and self-reflection to foster growth and healing in yourself and others. I teach the ease method, enteric, autonomic, somatic, and empowered psychology. It's all about learning the self-regulated methods and tools, utilizing yoga to get deeper into your practice, exploring different chakra centers as well. The training's vision was to ingrain this powerful skill and transform each student into a confident teacher who can share and shine at their fullest potential. Together, we will discover how embracing the full range of our feelings and chaos of our thoughts can lead to profound personal growth and an enriched understanding of what it means to be truly human. So join me on this transformative journey to harness the ancient wisdom of yoga and apply it as functional yoga medicine in our modern lives, finding peace and purpose in the process. The links are below to apply for our upcoming YTT 200-hour, YTT 300-hour, and everything is approved through and backed by Yoga Alliance. So please apply, and I look forward to working with you. This is Dr. Connie, and I'll see you guys all in the next episode. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to the Mind Your Health podcast. If you enjoyed the episode, we would so much love it and appreciate it if you share it with someone who could benefit as well as to subscribe to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or anywhere else where podcasts are found. And leave us a review. We would be so grateful, and it helps us to reach more people just like you, so you can become more empowered to enjoy longevity and health. You can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Dr. Connie Chung. And of course, you can subscribe to this podcast for a new episode every single week.